they're in there through their lips and their face, and they're eating it. It's horrible. Are we ready to talk about this? So these are evacuated tubes. Every day, enough solar energy, enough sun hits the United States to power the country for more than a year in one day. So these are basically like big thermometers. It's a vacuum tube with copper fins. In the center is a little bit of fluid, which is glycol, which is like an antifreeze. It heats up during the day. It goes up, the heat goes into those headers, and that piping, which is wrapped in white, circulates underground, throws the heat into a buried tank, which has got 5,000 gallons of water, and that water just circulates. Pete basically did most of this install.
The good parts.
The good parts. And you want to tell them anything about this? You want to stand
Sure, we don't ever worry about it freezing because the glycol, which is like an antifreeze, flows through that header he's talking about up there. Because we have brutal winters here, and we would worry about him freezing if we didn't put glycol in it. So the thimble full of liquid that's in each one of these tubes transfers heat to that header, and it goes to that tank that is actually 5,000 gallons of water that's buried underground far enough that it won't freeze. So we transfer this glycol, the antifreeze, heated antifreeze, down to a coil of piping in the tank, thus heating the 5,000 gallons of hot water in there. And then we transfer that with these big pumps that are buried in a pit right here into his house for his heating, his domestic hot water, and into his guest house for his pool heating and his spa heating.
This is just capturing the sun's heat directly and storing it. This is solar thermal, which is different than solar photovoltaic. Photovoltaic takes the sun and turns it into electricity. So, and although it looks very space age, it's actually very straightforward. And it's easy to do, provided you don't use Pete to do it for you, because...
And he's saying that he's not using any energy for this because his solar electric panels are what are driving the pumps that pump the liquid to the house.
We like these because in a very harsh, cold climate like Colorado, we want to capture as much heat as we can, and these are actually the most efficient way to do that, don't you think?
That's right.
And he makes the most money when he does the install this way, so he'll agree with anything I said.
I care about the environment. That's why I got into this program.
Can I have my money back?
Yeah, you can. You haven't given me anything to give you anything back. You didn't get that bill.
I do, right? Yeah.